Hey there, everybody, and welcome back to Faceless Labs. Evan and Alex here, and today we are walking you through the Rise Up Morning Show Discord server. If you're new to Discord, and even if you've been around for a while, we want to help you get a handle on what we have built so that you don't feel overwhelmed, so you get the most out of your time in our community. It's the place the show lives 24/7, and it's the place to be if you want to accelerate your learning journey. So, first things first, when you come to our Discord server, via an invitation, this is what you're going to see. This is what you're going to see. It's pretty sparse. There's really nothing here. And that's because you got to do something first. Alex, what do they got to do to unlock the rest of the server, and how easy is it?
Yeah, so every invite that we have linked out or shared in a bio or anything like that is going to take you to this welcome channel. And if you've never been here before, this is a super basic kind of tutorial overview of the whole thing. All you have to do is click right here. So there's a green check mark, click here to verify. Any confusion, there's a prompt message from Evan down here. But as soon as you tap this, it's going to give you your first role. We'll cover that in a second. And it'll open up a whole bunch of other stuff in the server. Notably, from here, when you first join, you will be able to see a couple other things. One, you'll just be able to kind of see basic server rules. You can open a support ticket if for some reason something's not working. You've clicked the click here button or whatever and it didn't work. You can open this, and this will open like a special little channel where you can ask us for help directly. And then you can see the general chat, which we'll cover again in a second.
Okay, excellent. Thank you, Alex. So they've clicked verify, and let's go ahead and show folks what the view expands to, and we'll start going over the different ways to navigate Discord. And by the way, if you are in Discord and you're watching this video side by side and you get to a point where you're like, what? Wait, what? I recommend the first place you go is to that getting started thread. Whether you're looking on desktop or mobile, and we're on desktop right now, you're going to see this same sort of table of contents right here that has all these different channels. This is how you navigate to the different spots on our server. You just came from welcome. The next one you're going to see, if you forget, is getting started. Will you open that up for me, Alex, just so they can see what it looks like? It's got a super helpful post there that's got an overview of all of our channels, and those little links, those little blue bits, if you click them, will actually take you to the channel. I can't see it terribly well, Alex, because my eyesight is far away.
Yep. No, right here. There's the channel directory right here, and every single one of these is a link to that specific channel. So, I don't just have to scroll down here and find general and click on it here. I can just go right here.
That's right.
And that'll take me to the general chat.
And when you're in mobile, what happens when you click in a channel, if you're using your phone to watch this, you'll notice that when you go to the general chat, all you'll see is that flow of messages. And you navigate back to the control panel, this little table of contents, by just doing a swipe. A little swipe to your left, and this table of contents right here is going to open right up for you, and you'll be able to use your finger to drag it up or down or scroll. So let's talk about some of these channels and what their roles are. I'm actually going to skip the help channels first, the safety ones, and go right to the town hall, Alex. Let's go into announcements. Announcements, and by the way, I guess I should have done this, is right now you'll notice that all these channels are grayed out, which means there are no new messages since Alex has been here last. If a channel shows up in white, it means that people have been posting new messages. If a channel has a little icon next to it with a number, like a red circle with a 1, that means, hey, somebody has tagged me or tagged a role that I hold in this channel. That's the best, easiest way to figure out when you open Discord up since you came here last time, what's been going on. And the most important channel to pay attention to notifications in is announcements. Are you going to pull one up, Alex, so they can see what that looks like?
I was going to say, if you can you see this sidebar
here? Yeah,
here?
I sure can. I sure can. Yep.
Yeah. So if you have all of these red numbers here, just means this is how many notifications I have waiting for me in all of these places. So if you see this, it means that something that you might be interested in, something that is trying to get your specific attention, has been there, and we can kind of show you actually here. No, I don't want to get out of this view. We'll look at it in a minute.
We'll look at it in a minute. We'll come back to it. But the thing to know is the most important notifications are going to come to you in this channel that Alex has open, announcements, with this little megaphone. And usually that's going to be I or Alex tagging everyone in an important update or announcement. You can see the last one that we had there. Alex is explaining something to you. I had an announcement where I was explaining our membership. So this is a read-only channel. You're not going to write messages here. This is just kind of the place to go to get news from us. If you see a notification there, you should pay attention to it. The place you're going to hang out and spend most of your time is the general chat. You want to pop over there, Alex, and give people a little looky-loo? What are we looking at here?
So this is just kind of the catch-all for all things. There is no specific topic. You'll notice as we get farther along that the way Discord organizes channels is by topic. So that just kind of, it's like a super organized group chat is the best way to think about it. But general is just sort of the place where if you're not sure what to say or where to say it, you can come here. This is kind of just where everybody hangs out.
Yeah, that's right. And if you click that little message field, Alex, where you can type your message, on mobile, when you do this, you'll notice, you can go ahead and type my name at me. If you type at and then a user's name, you'll see all these options that show up. So you can tag a user directly, like Evan, that's me. If you want to get my attention, you can type at and then my name. If you want to get Alex's attention, you can type at and then his name.
You can also
And
tag a
yeah, go
role
ahead. That's right.
if you
So if
wanted
you
to
need
add
help, you might tag an admin. Or if you just want to tag all your friends who are, other, maybe you want to get the attention of the premium subscribers or something like that. We have a role for premium. We also have a role called no data, just vibes. We have lots of different rules, and we'll get into those in just a second. But this is one of the ways you can navigate. And I suppose this is as good a time as any to talk about from that same field. You'll see a little. Oh, what you got? Oh, you're deleting. I see. There's a little plus button to the left of the message field, whether you're looking on desktop or on mobile, and that will allow you to add attachments to your message. We always say, if you want to share a link, you can paste it, but you could also share a photo. If you're looking at a website and you say, hey, I got a screenshot, take a look. This is the menu you'll open up to do that. You could even put in a document. If you downloaded a PDF or a white paper or something like that you wanted to share, you would do that here. And then at the right-hand side, that's where all the fun, colorful stuff is, little GIFs, little emojis, things like that.
one
Alex is
note.
clicking
It's
through.
worth noting here that while Evan is absolutely right, you can upload files or PDFs or something like that here. If you're unsure what it is, it's never too early to start practicing a little bit of security with
That's right.
your Discord stuff. So unless you're expecting it or you know what it is, just sort of get in the habit of not clicking on things that don't come from server administrators. And even then, it's always good to like confirm with a message after, asking Evan like, "Hey, what is this? Is this really something that I need or whatever?"
Yeah, that's absolutely right. Don't click links you don't know. You can always copy that link and take it over to Google and say, show me a link checker. Check this link for, whatever. There are lots of websites that will allow you to check a
Yeah.
link before you click it, and you always should. Always good practice. Thank you, Alex. Real quick, while we're here too, let's talk about replies. Something people have that they experience in the general chat. You can see this is a lot of messages. If you haven't logged in a day or two, you might say, oh my God, how do I keep up with this? One of the things we encourage people to do to keep a conversation flowing and make it easy to find is using the reply feature.
Mm-hmm.
So, Alex, can you show us how we do that on desktop, and then I'll walk them through it on mobile? Let's just maybe highlight an example of a reply and then show them how to do it too.
Yep. So every time I move my cursor over a message, I'm going to get these little options that pop up over here. And there's really three big ones. So like Evan said, reply is right here. I can also just throw a reaction onto something, which is basically just tagging it with an emoji. So if I wanted to wave, and you can see it's right here, and then everyone else can add into it if they want to. You can also reply, which pre-tags, in this case, Evan with something. That way, Evan gets a notification that I've replied to him, and this message will be highlighted when he goes to look at it, so he'll know exactly which one he's looking for.
Excellent. And if you're on mobile, you can just press and hold to bring those same options up, to leave an emoji, to create a reply, or the other one is create a thread. I don't think that's maybe so important to go on right now, but it's essentially a way to make another smaller conversation inside this bigger one without opening a new channel. And if you are tagged in a reply, let's see, Alex, let me tag you maybe in a reply back so that they can see what that message looks like that makes it different from all the other messages. Once my computer catches up, Alex said test. What should I say back? Oh, and another thing to note, when he clicked the reply button, his text field, go ahead and click it again so they can see how the text field changes. It will indicate now that little bar at the top says replying to, and then the user's name, so that you can see if you're typing a message, oh, hey, I'm typing a reply. I didn't mean to do that, or something. Funny, funny. Ooh, I even got a typo in there. Hang on, Alex. Here comes a message. You'll notice that this reply I make to Alex is going to be highlighted with a bit of a background color. That's to grab his attention, and it indicates to him, hey, a user is replying to a message you left. Now, Alex, how can they follow a thread of replies through the chat?
Unless you're about to blow my mind with the fact that I don't know. Uh,
I just mean click on it. You know
oh,
how like
sure,
you can
sure,
click
sure,
on
sure.
the little that's what I mean.
Yeah. So if you started at the bottom, I thought you were about to show me some way I could like filter
No,
out
dude.
all of the
No,
ones that
dude.
weren't. That would be cool.
I
Uh,
wish. This
no,
is
you
still
can you
helpful.
can just click on the message that's being replied to, and it will keep bumping you up to the previous. These don't require me to scroll, but if this message, the one that I said test, was actually way up here or something, here, let's see. There we go. See like that? It's hopping me up to the previous message as I go to see what people replied to.
Yeah, and that works on mobile too. So instead of having to just scroll, you can just kind of tap. And another nice feature I think that happens on desktop and mobile just automatically by default is if you haven't been to the server in a day or two and there are a lot of new messages, and you see a lot of these channels are in white, or you see some of these announcement badges or whatever. If you tap into a channel your first day back or your first time back today, it will bring you to the place you last left off. So
Mm-hmm.
instead of having to scroll back and figure out where'd the conversation end, it'll pick you up and you'll just have to kind of scroll down and play catch up. All your replies will be highlighted, and any message that somebody tagged you in will also be highlighted. So it'll be easy for you to see where are people mentioning me. And Alex, is there a way if you're notified in a message with a little red badge, isn't there a way to click through those messages too, just like we clicked through replies, so you can speedily get caught up like that?
Yep. So if you come right up here, there's an inbox, and you can see every single one of your notifications, including when someone tags you. So you can just kind of scroll through and see what you're
Yeah.
waiting on.
And I believe on the mobile app,
Be
that little
right
notification bell is
here.
at the bottom, isn't it?
Yes, I believe so.
I
It
think
looks
it's
like
at the bottom of your screen
yeah.
where it shows up. And same kind of thing. If you're in our server, you'll be able to look through notifications where people have tagged you. Makes it a little quicker.
Now,
Um,
it's worth
Go ahead.
saying here that we've already been through a lot of different stuff. This is a complex application. There's no way around it being a little bit convoluted. And one of the biggest pieces of feedback I hear from new people is just the Discord is overwhelming. So if you show up here and you're like, okay, well, I've made it to general, I have notifications, I'm clicking around, I'm not really seeing what people are saying I'm supposed to see. uh, don't worry about it. Just maybe even mention down here. You can even just say like, "Hey, trying to figure out how all this works. I had a notification here, but I lost it. Like you clicked into it, it disappeared. You scrolled, your cat stepped on your phone, and it's gone." Just to make sure that you're not like missing something important, you could always say, "Hey, I had a notification, but I don't know where it went," or something like that. And Evan or me or someone else can always find that message for you. And if you right click on a message, so
Or
right, if you
press and
hover
hold on mobile.
or press and hold on mobile, if you hover, right, you can get these couple little things here. You can also right click and get a lot more options. And one of
Oh
the
yeah.
things that you can do is click copy message link. So this is something that like if you popped up and you're like, hey, there was a notification for me and I lost it. Can you help me find it again? I could, figure out what it is that you're looking for. I can go ahead and copy this message link, give it to you here. It's going to show up with this little button. And if anyone clicks on this, it's going to take them to this message right here and highlight it for them. So you can kind of we can help you find the thing that you lost.
Yeah,
So
and don't
all
don't
is
give
not
up on it. Definitely don't give up on it. It's the kind of thing that, just like your knowledge in crypto, it's cumulative. You're going to learn one skill and that's going to be with you forever, like riding a bike. Then you're going to learn another one, and pretty soon you're absolutely going to be a whiz at this thing. But I think that's a pretty good overview of general. Let's walk folks through a couple of the other channels. I think especially one of the things we've done in this server is if you feel like that general chat is overwhelming, we've got two alternatives for you. I'd like to go to the forums next, Alex, and it doesn't
Okay.
matter which one we open. We've got a forum channel in the town square called Ask Us Anything, and we've got another one called Public Forum. Now, if you're familiar with Facebook, this is a lot more like a Facebook timeline. You can see posts. There's a little, title that they all have, and then a primary post. Maybe click into one, Alex, and then we can show them the different views too. And you can see it's much more like your Facebook timeline. You've got somebody started this conversation, and then everybody beneath them has added a single post to reply. If you want to click into a post to leave a comment or an emoji, you just tap on it or click it with the left button of your mouse.
Like Evan said, you can click into one and carry on the conversation by opening it up, and you'll get it right here on the side of your screen. And then you could type in here. Now, this particular forum is locked down, so not everyone can post in it. So
That's
you
right.
can click into it and read. And in one of the roles that we will get into in a little bit here, actually, if I just throw
Yeah, go ahead. Just throw it
my
on.
permissions on real quick, then I could answer something in here. And you can see I have a little OP next to me. Original poster just means this happens to be a channel that I started.
Yeah. So the way to think about these channels is public forum is like if you they're both like a more organized version of general chat. General chat, but organized around specific topics. The public forum is like if you wanted to open a thread about resources for technical analysis, you might start that thread. That might be the title. You might have an initial post that says, "Hey, this is Evan. I've been learning TA, and here are some of the resources I like to use. Please add your favorites below." So that this one conversation has a very specific theme. You can pin these forums so that they stay at the top if there's one you're interested in contributing to. And the other forum channel we have is called Ask Us Anything. And this is really meant to be like if you have a question for me or Will or Alex or someone else specifically, I want to know how to stake my arrow on base. That would be a great place for that conversation where people can stay up to date with less overwhelmed than the general chat. Because, like you saw in general, it's easy to get lost in there pretty quickly. If you want to keep track of something, the best place to post it is a forum. And as Alex said, you do need a special role to post in forums. We'll get into that in a second. But if you're watching this video and you're verified, you'll be able to see all of these conversations and hopefully learn a lot from them.
So, like Evan was saying, if I have this turned on, sometimes you'll see the ability to make a new one. So you can just hit new post, and all I did was kind of walk through the very basic steps. It kind of walks you through and hands you the entire thing. Title your post, write a message in there. We have a bunch of these preloaded. You don't need to add any more. You can just, if any of these seem like they are appropriate for the thing you're posting, just go ahead and add it. So if you're writing something about a new ecosystem on Ethereum, you're looking for low cap gems there in the gaming, you could tag all four of these, and people would be able to follow more closely with what you're doing. Write your post here, write your title here, and hit post. And then it's just going to add a new one here where you can, click in and follow the thread just like we were doing before.
And over time, you're also going to be able to use those tags right underneath where it said, kind of above each of the posts. You can see the option to click those tags, which will filter the conversation. As our forums get bigger over time, and maybe you are only interested in low cap gems, you're going to want to click that tag and start conversations like that. So the more people use these tags, the more useful they will become. And it'll be easier for you to navigate our history of conversation, because if you post something in the general chat, I mean, it's a week from now, it's probably gone forever, kind of thing. If you want to help people remember something, you got a good resource, you have an ongoing conversation. Forums and Ask Us Anything are really the best place for it because we want to make this knowledge available for everybody. So
it's a good point that it can be hard to sort things through in here, but of course it is possible. So if
yeah,
there was 4,000 new messages and you just couldn't keep up with all of them, but you wanted to see what Evan had said, you can come right up here and there's a little search bar. You can type Evan's name, and it's going to show you everything in chronological order right here that Evan has posted in this channel.
yeah.
And then you can follow messages that way.
And
So
there are a bunch of little prefixes you can use to make it even more granular. Like if I posted a link and you couldn't remember that, you can add a little tag. I think, what is it, has, Alex, for like has image or has link.
if I, yeah, mentions, like if I wanted to see every time Evan has mentioned me, you could do it that way, before or after a certain date, if it's containing links, anything. I really don't say all of this right now to mean like you better remember all of this, just to
No,
say that this is a very intricate tool and there is a way to do most things. So if you get the basics down, I do encourage you to kind of click around and just sort of get to figuring it out. You are not going to break anything.
no.
And the worst thing you're going to do is end up in a channel that you are not sure about. And you can always just, you can click back in this, just like on a, so if your mouse has a back button, or if you can, swipe on your trackpad or whatever, you can always just kind of back out and go back to, the welcome and start afresh.
Yeah, and if you get lost, just tag us. We,
Yep.
we will help you. We are search and rescue in the Discord. Alex is search and rescue, with real experience, and I'm just, I play one on TV, but we'll help you out. So, Alex, if you would, will you click into a voice chat so that
Yep.
people can see what they're looking at?
So
Now,
you'll notice that when you first open one, you automatically join. This is a feature that I'm not the biggest fan of. So you don't really get to examine it before you join. You just sort of jump into it. And then you can click on the title of the channel again here to show up. So you'll see here, I'm the only person in here.
and if
Um,
I was just coming to the Discord, I would notice, because of where Alex's little icon is now below the voice chat, I could say, oh, look, someone's in voice chat. Oh, look, it's my friend Alex. I think I'll go join him.
down here, obviously I'm on this computer right now recording something else. So it's got my mic suppressed just so there's no over feedback. But you can mute and unmute yourself here. You can actually come down here, and if I wasn't using my camera for the recording right now, I could turn that on here as well. And if someone else joined in, I would see our two little icons here side by side. So this is kind of a good alternative, for like Google Meet or something. We'll use these all the time for meetings or just hangouts.
Yeah, you can do voice chat, you can do video, you can share your screen here. And isn't there a chat within the voice chat so that messages can be sent by people who don't want to join voice, or is that stage
Yeah.
only?
Nope, that's right here. So
Okay,
up
excellent.
in the top, there's a couple different things. One of them is a chat. And if you're in here but you can't talk, you can type right here.
And the other thing is, like, this interface is more or less the same on mobile. You'll have your
Right.
face icon, you'll have a little microphone to mute or unmute, you'll have a little screen arrow button to share your screen, and you will see that little chat bubble to share chat messages if you can't talk on voice. All navigable with your finger. How about event stage, Alex? I can start an event.
So you'll notice right now I don't have the permissions to start one. So I can just kind of, you can think of this as standing in the lobby waiting for the event to start. And when Evan starts one, now you can see here. So there's a stage. You can request to come up, and the admin can pull you up onto stage. And then there's an audience down here. So these are nice for like bigger groups if there's a presentation happening.
Oh, I don't think I'm muted. Sorry.
You sure didn't.
Say that again.
These are just good for bigger groups if there's a presentation or something, because ironically, it doesn't cause any annoying issues with people's mics not being muted. And that way you're just down here. You don't have to worry about accidentally, having the wrong thing turned on and off. You're just listening. And then
right.
just like in the voice chat, there is a text chat here. If you would like to ask a question of someone on the stage, you can do that and they can see it.
Now, Alex, how do I get up on the stage if I want to join someone who's speaking on stage? Like, you're in the audience right now and you want to join me up here. There's a little icon that looks like a hand, and a lot of people
Right
think that it means I want to wave to the people on stage, but what it really means is I want to request to come up on stage. Alex and I, or whoever's running the stage, will see that, and then we'll add you to the stage, and you will appear up there next to us. And then you can unmute your microphone or get on video. The most common usage of the stage right now is when we have our members only streams on Thursday, so that members of the Discord community can get the Rise Up morning show, but more focused attention. We don't have to worry about the guest request thing limiting people with less than 1,000 followers, so that we can have a true call-in style show where you can ask us a question voice to voice. We also will have other events occasionally in the server where we will use the stage, but it operates very much like the voice chat. It's a lot of fun. And Alex, maybe that's a good time to close out of this and show them quickly the events tab at the top.
Sure.
We're almost done. You're doing a great job. Are you tired yet? If so, don't fret.
Yes.
Just a few more things. Tell us about events, Alex. Where can we find events and what can we use it for?
So this is really just a calendar of stuff that's coming up. I do appreciate that you made the official start time 8:03. That is funny.
Thank you very much.
I'll slip back. We were always 3 minutes late. So Evan and I, or any of the other moderators, can throw up an event just so that people can sort of keep the schedule straight if we're running more than one thing. So we have the morning show that's live every morning, um, Monday through Thursday, and then we've got the members only, which is Thursdays after the stream on TikTok. And if there was any other classes or anything like that, they would also show here, and you could indicate whether or not you were interested. That just kind of helps us get an idea of, how many people can we expect, who's going to be there.
And I do
And
believe that pings you in the chat. It will say your event is starting now. If you indicated
yeah,
interest, you'll get a little Discord alert or notification according to your device's settings so that you
yep,
can tune in. Because the other thing is this will have a link. If there is a place to go, like for the morning show, I've linked, I think, my TikTok account. So when you see the notification or if you want to join the show and you're like, oh, what's Evan's handle? You can go to this events tab, tap the event, and you'll find the link to join.
that's pretty much it.
That's pretty much it. The last channels that we want to tell you about are channels for safety. And generally speaking, Alex has already given a great safety tip about why you shouldn't click any links. Don't click links that you don't know. But there are a couple of other settings we recommend that you maybe toggle as well. Alex, do you want to just show them really quickly how to access their settings and turn DMs off or the server settings? That's something we always recommend.
Yep, for sure. This is also a good channel just to keep in mind. You can read through if there's anything suspicious or someone gets a weird notification or something they're unsure about. You can always come to scam alerts and post it and get some feedback on it. So for example, here is someone sharing a DM that they got from someone who really tried to make their account look like mine and then reach out to convince them to, I don't know, whatever their end goal was, get money. And it's a good note that Evan and I are never going to reach out to you guys like this, but there are people who copy the profile picture, copy the username as close as they can. You can see here that they just threw a little period in there and hope that you wouldn't notice, and then started bothering people. And this unfortunately happens quite
All the
often.
time.
So you can always check scam alerts to see how that goes. And then there are a few links here from a post that I tossed into Discord help, just in case you forget some of this stuff or you want just a quick little reference guide. You can read through here a couple things. And this video that we're recording right now will get shared right on the bottom.
That's right. These are mostly links from Discord or other tutorials that people have done so that you can, if you've got a question, get it answered, learn this stuff a different way. We want to help you navigate the server because it really is going to be a great place for you to come. So how do I, if I want to discourage these strangers from DMing me, how do I turn that off?
Yep. So I just backed out. So right now you're noticing a few extra things over here just because I am the server owner. So I have all of the channels pop up. But down here, right next to my name, there is a little user settings menu. And this brings up just kind of your own personal settings within Discord. And as you can see, there are a ton. A lot of them you don't necessarily need to worry about. However, there is an important one right here under privacy and safety. So you can toggle on and off a whole bunch of different stuff. Here, one of the big ones are your DMs. And let's see, we've moved some.
By which we mean direct messages. Somebody
Your
to use the inbox to message you personally, privately.
Yeah. So, okay, right here, there's a few. Right here, you can toggle on and off to allow someone who shares a server with you to message you. If you're new and you're unsure, you don't really need DMs. You guys can get everything that you need just from the general chat. So I would just start honestly with all of these turned off.
Me too.
And that'll just make it impossible for someone who wants to scam you or send you something malicious, a bad link or something like that, from being able to do it in general. So I would just come right here. So again, from the home page here, from where right where you're going to show up on the first minute that you get into the server, right down here, user settings, privacy and safety. Scroll down, and there's these four, and just turn all four of them off.
What do they say? Just read through them real quick for me.
Allow direct messages from server members. So this is the permission, and underneath they kind of try to give you a little bit of a description of it. So I'll turn this off. This just prevents people from being able to DM me just because we share a server. And then this other one right here, enable message requests from server members you may not know. You can turn this off as well. That way someone is not even able to ask you permission to send you a message. Because that's typically one of the ways that we've seen the scam happening lately, is that an account will join the server that just looks like a normal everyday account, Scott, you would never guess, and then they just send usernames out to whoever the scammer is. Scammer has an account that looks like Evan or looks like me, and they will send you a request to talk to you. This one is harder for us to combat because we can't ban a person who's not in our server. So if you have this turned off and this turned off, you don't even have to worry about it.
Yeah. And if Alex and I want to reach you, we're going to tag you in a general chat in a public place, and we will send you a friend request, or more likely what we will do is ask you to send us one so that you can verify you're talking to the right person, and we can keep each other safe that way.
Yep.
So that's pretty much everything. You really have done it. You've made it through Discord University. There are two more things we want to show you. You've almost made it. The first thing is official links. On the note of safety, if you are concerned that somebody who is talking to you might be an impersonator, or you might be on the wrong platform, this channel has got all of our shows links, as well as all of our personal links to different socials. And that way you can be sure that the person you're talking to is not an impersonator. We'll keep updating this and make sure it stays fresh. And then the last channel I want to show you is products and services. Alex, would you be so kind? If you want to accelerate your learning journey, we say the best way to do it is to get into a community, and our community offers classes and coaching. We also have, I do believe, links to buy things like the Rise Up Morning Show mug here. All of that stuff supports us. Now, the way to get a membership to unlock the rest of the server, all of the features, the voice chat, the event stage, and discounts on every course or coaching is to visit Patreon. It's patreon.com/the Rise Up Morning Show. You can find it in official links. And you'll see we've got a couple tiers here. There's no data, just vibes, where you can just support the show for like a cup of coffee a month. You get a cool little icon that Tori did for us next to your username so that every time you post in Discord, everybody can see you're part of the No Data Just Vibes Club. You get a role, No Data Just Vibes, but that's it. It's no data, just vibes. No less cool, but you don't get anything flashy or fancy. Premium and Premium Plus members can pay $9.99 a month and get access to post in all the forums, get access to voice chat to speak, event stage to join the show, ask their question. And starting at this level, you get discounts on every class or coaching you book. And that's who this is for, really, truly. People who want to accelerate their learning journey. If you plan to take like one class or one coaching with us a month, or coach with us a couple times a year, this membership is designed to pay for itself. So you pay $9.99, but your discount on a $50 course is $20, kind of thing. And you can find information about all of that in the announcements channel, in the Getting Started channel, or just ask us if you need to know, because it is a lot to remember, and you've worked hard today. Once you buy one of these memberships and go to Discord, you'll automatically get a role added, and you will see a new channel appear for Premium or Premium Plus products and services, where you can buy your mug at a discount, where you can get your exclusive coupon code to get a discount on coaching. All that stuff, it goes first to Premium Plus folks and then Premium members, because while every person watching is the most important part of what we do, the people who really scale our ability to do so much of it for free, this is you guys. So, thank you for what you do. And If you want to accelerate your learning journey, this is the best way to do it. And this, of course, is the riseupmorningshow.com, where if you need the link to get into the Discord server, or you want to see our socials, you want to see what classes and coaching we're offering right now, you can get all of those links right here too. You can sign up for the free newsletter. You can find the YouTube channel where we post tutorials like this, as well as all of our live show streams. It is the number one place to go for information related to the show, and the place to start if you forget where you're going. So, Alex, we've covered a lot of ground today, man. We have given people a lot to chew on, but I would love to give you the last word. Anything helpful or that we missed today?
With all of the Discord stuff, it is a complicated system. There's no way around it. This should hopefully give you at least the beginning basics enough to sort of get around in there. And then just know that regardless of whatever you're stuck on, if you either just go to general and tag one of us and ask a question, we will get you where you need to go.
And over time, with your feedback, we hope to make it even more user friendly. We want to hear from you with your questions, your suggestions, your good jokes, your words of wisdom. You can find us in the Discord. We'll see you there, friends. And until next time, everybody, rise up.